They're at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. Their projects are innovative, they are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the world of startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups.
Привет всем! Меня зовут Серик Акишев, и это программа.
Hello everyone, I'm Serik Akishev, and this is the world of startups. While space satellites are exploring the universe, we make our own explorations into what's happening on the internet. With our program, you don't have to attend high-tech conferences and business seminars, because we do it for you. Coming up on this edition.
В новой программе вы узнаете.
Find out about a bionic hand and new online games for Oculus in the news. Some games, fun and cartoons from KidsLab will entertain your children while you're shopping. Catering and hospitality from A to Z, or how experienced businessman and IT specialist Vadim Lyu decided to open his own restaurant and make an unusual experiment. The world of information technologies is extremely competitive, and while large corporations designing robots from science fiction, companies that produce online games are developing unique technologies that enable to enter virtual reality. Find out about this as well as other things from the news. Engineers at Fasto, a German company, have been working on creating bionic insects for several years, inspired by nature. Last year they presented their bionic caterpillar, and this year they are proud of presenting their bionic ant in several subtypes, to be more exact. For the bionic ants, Fasto has not only taken the delicate anatomy of the natural ant as a role model. For the first time, their cooperative behavior of the creatures is also transferred to the world of technology, using complex control algorithms. The robot ants are much larger than their natural prototypes. In the head of the bionic ant, there is a stereoscopic system that consists of 2 video cameras. The charging takes place through the antennas. Most parts of the bionic ant, sized 13.5 centimeters, that weigh 105 grams, were made in the 3D MID process. The developers promise to present more bionic insects in the near future. Video games from Oculus Rift with their headset and the virtual reality will be on sale this year, reports technical director of Facebook Mike Scherfer. He points out that the recent technology in the sphere of the augmented reality is in its peak of its development and allows the gamer to get the feeling they are in the game.
Escort missions are pretty routine, so let's use the time wisely and brush up on your flight skills.
You may see this from playing a trailer of the Eve video game that is soon to be released. It's called Valkyrie. You can play this game using any devices from Oculus's product line. Volvo Cars presents its new product for cyclists, Life Paint, a unique reflective safety spray. It is meant to cover both a bicycle and the cyclist's clothing. Life Paint is not just a spray, it has a smart compound. Invisible by daylight, it glows brightly in the glare of car headlights, making trips by bicycle a lot safer. Life Paint washes off and will not affect the color of surface of your chosen material, lasting approximately 1 week after application. For many young parents, shopping is a difficult routine, especially if families go shopping in huge supermarkets where a lot of bright things attract children and it gets hard to say no to the child. As a result, the whole family ends up leaving the shop with a lot of unnecessary things and with no money. Now there is a solution to this problem from KidsLab, a project from Almaty. The idea is to entertain children with educating games and activities while their parents are busy shopping. Find out how KidsLab copes with this task in the upcoming report.
На ваших экранах.
While some housewives get tired doing their daily chores, others are busy setting up large-scale educating projects for children. 3 mothers from Almaty came up with an idea to create an entertaining area for children to help them learn to socialize and develop their creativity.
Находясь в декрете, у нас возникла такая идея.
While on a maternity leave, we had an idea to do something that would benefit our children as well as other kids. So we thought long and hard about the concept. It took us 4 to 5 months to implement the idea.
От концепции до реализации примерно ушло около 4-5 месяцев.
KidsLab is different from similar playground areas for children in that they create opportunities for children to do something more interesting than just playing with gadgets. Children here are involved in group activities and games so that their parents can spend 1 or a couple of hours doing their shopping. Some come to KidsLab and get involved in the activities with their parents. There is plenty of room for everyone here. There is a trampoline here. Also, there is a recreational device in the next room that allows kids to climb on their own, but apparently this is for children older than 3. There is a room with soap bubbles. Currently, our favorite room is the one with soap bubbles next to this room. Of course, safety is the most important thing to consider in this business. The floor in this playground is covered with rug and soft mats. All the rooms are equipped with video cameras and parents can see what their children are doing from a special parent zone. Twice a day, the space is cleaned and UV sterilized. One of the main reasons of a failure in business is lack of knowledge and information about the business. Money, relations, and a good team will not help. There is only one way to succeed: to know about the business inside and out. That's what one entrepreneur from Almaty decided to do. He has always wanted to open a Chinese restaurant. That's why he has recently made a decision to become an apprentice as a cook, a waiter, and an administrator. Find out what happened as a result in the following report.
Специального репортажа.
This is Vadim Lyu, an experienced business person. He knows everything about context advertising, SMM promotion, and internet marketing. However, he is a complete beginner in gastronomy, and this is the only obstacle on the way to achieve his lifelong dream, opening his own restaurant. But soon he found the solution. Vadim asked his acquaintance, who is a restaurant owner, to let him work at his restaurant as an apprentice to learn more about the industry of catering and hospitality. They've taken me as an apprentice. I'll work 1 week as a cook's assistant to be more exact. I'll work 1 week as a waiter and 1 more week as an administrator. And maybe for a couple of days I'll work as a manager's assistant. The cook's job turned out to be most difficult as working in the kitchen has a lot of peculiarities and rules which are not easy to follow. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to work in the hot dishes section. I'm not allowed to do anything but cut vegetables. It has turned out that I'm not good even at this simple task. But the most important thing Vadim has learned is that the menu is composed a few months before the opening of the restaurant. In fact, the choice of the dishes on the menu determines the kind of chef the owner needs to find for the restaurant. Another important thing to consider when opening a restaurant or cafe is good service. And this is the whole art of catering Vadim had to familiarize with. Here are the main rules for waiters. When a customer enters the restaurant, he or she should be greeted and offered a table. When the customer chooses the table, the waiter should help them take their seats. The menu is given in a certain order according to the customer's gender and age. One more thing to bear in mind is that drinks are served within 3 minutes after the order. When served, the drinks and dishes should be named by the waiter, saying like your tea or your coffee.
Ресторанный бизнес для меня теперь, скажем так, не такой темный лес, как...
Restaurant business is not a rocket science for me anymore. I have studied how the business is done well enough. I don't know all the peculiarities of this trade, but it all comes with real experience. I think I know enough to get off the ground.
Реальным опытом годовым, возможно. Но вкратце, возможно, до уровня, до какого мне нужно было, я изучил.
На сегодня это все.
Well, that's all for now. I'm Serhii Kakishev, and you've been watching The World of Startups. In 7 days, we are back to tell you about exciting possibilities for digital technologies. See you next time on Kazakh TV.
В эфире телеканала Казах ТВ.